Hey there guys, thanks for joining us on another gaming night. Tonight we're playing Tiny Epic Kingdoms with the Heroes Call expansion. So with me I have Molo.
Hello.
We have Tony and Mick.
Right.
And myself, Jason. Right, so if you haven't played Tiny Epic Kingdoms, you can go check out our other video. But basically it's the same basics game with some extra stuff added. So what we've added is the Super Meeples, the Heroes. So they're slightly bigger. They're these ones over here. As you can see, you still start with the same amount of normal Meeples in the game, but you have one big one now. So to go together with your race, you also have a special Hero Meeple, which is, in my case, I have the Death Knight Adventurers, or Adventuring Death Knights. Mick, what do you got?
I have the Dark Elves.
And what's your adventurer called?
An Assassin.
Assassin. You, Tony?
I've got the Pigfolk Pirates.
Pigfolk Pirates.
I have the Tree Ent Barons.
Okay.
Sounds like a Blood Bowl team.
Yeah, it does actually. So basically what it does is essentially gives you another way to score points. In this case, if my hero has this ability at the bottom here, so as you can see I can patrol instead of doing another action. If I spend some food on the expand action, I can level him up to the next level, and then if I win a war he levels up to the 3rd level, and then I retire him, which will be worth 3 victory points at the end of the game, and then I get a new one. So then I'll get a new Meeple out and he'll have a new ability. So you could be a barbarian, a necromancer. Goes well with my Death Knights. So just to give you a quick recap of how this works, on our turn we're going to take one of these little shields and we're going to do an action. These are the type of actions you can do, which is patrol, quest, build, research, expand and trade. Once 5 actions have been chosen, so let's say those, that'll end the round, and then the first player marker, which is this huge little fortress, will move around 1. These will clear off and then we'll go again. The game will end when someone reaches the end of their technology track or builds the final piece of the tower, or the final tower piece, or gets all the Meeples on the board, or have 3 of these retired heroes. So a couple of other things they've added. The other thing is these little fortress tokens. Before there used to be just one to mark your fortress track. Now whenever you do a build action, so for example if I do a build action on my first turn, I can put one of these little fortress markers in my area. You can only have 1 per area, and they give you like a -1 war cost when someone attacks you there. But if you can spread them around on the other people's maps, so obviously if I can get one, say...
Sure, wasn't there a rule with these? You said...
Yeah, I'm going to explain that. If you get them on other people's maps, so if I can get it, say for instance on Mick there, that'll be worth 1 victory point at the end of the game, provided it's still standing. If Mick, say for instance, attacks me and he defeats me and knocks this down, then it's worth nothing for me at the end of the game. It doesn't even give me the ability of the -1 war cost anymore. So that's also added to the game. We got a new resource called Silver, which is this cool little silver piece. The only map on the board that we've got here constructed is on Tony's map, which generates silver. Basically, when you resource silver, it's a wild resource, so it can be used for anything. Obviously, you can use it for research or building or anything like that. The only thing you can't use it for is war. And I think that's all the new stuff. We're also using exploration markers, so we've got these little black dots on the maps. When a Meeple moves into them, they reveal it, and they could be one of anything. So we're using this one right here, exploration tokens. They have the explanations on the back. So that's pretty much it. We'll go through a couple of turns and then come back with a gameplay turn, so you can see how the game flows and what the new stuff will bring to the game and any cool bits that come up. Alright, thanks. Right folks, we're back for the gameplay turn. Give you a quick heads up where we are. We've had a couple of turns. This is what I've patrolled and gathered resources from. I found the key, what is that again? It's that one, that middle key over there, the Master Builder's key. So I can have a quick pause. If I'm on the last, I move up completely on the build this thing, then I get
She's
2
having
extra
a stunning
points.
start so far.
Yeah, I've not even moved at all yet. Mix found the Lawmaster's key, which is the magic one. And Tony's found a few traps and a disaster. Molo's found a trap and suffered heavily from the disaster as well.
Indeed. Yeah, it was all great.
So, Tony's the first player by way of that massive castle in front of him. So what he'll do is he'll choose the first action that we'll do. What is it going to be, Tony?
It's going to be patrol.
Of course it is. He suffered the effects they suffered from the trap, which means their meeples lay down and can't stand or gather resources until they get another patrol action. So I take it you're going to patrol. Yep. So he's standing up. He can just stand up.
Is that all he does?
Yeah.
Oh, right, he doesn't move. Right.
But the other guy can patrol if you want. The guy that's in the square with him.
He will go there then. And reveal another disaster!
Oh, joy!
The same type of disaster.
Man, what is up with that area? Right, so the disaster is all players must lose 1 resource for each meeple they have in the type of region that this token was found in. So what token was it? Green.
It's green.
So we all have to lose a resource for each green we own. So I've got 1 guy
That's
in
not
green.
green, that's a yellow.
Oh, right. Okay, that's good.
So I'm going to lose 1 of my resources. Did everyone lose their resources?
Yeah, it was green.
We all have a green guy, don't we?
No, he didn't.
I have a guy in green.
Yeah, you have a guy in
So
green,
I do lose.
yeah.
Yeah. That's, okay.
No, I thought it was a
It's for each person in those areas.
I thought
All players must lose 1 resource for each person they have in the type of region that the token was found in.
One resource of your choice.
Yeah.
Right.
So, did you do any other patrolling? Oh, it's just 1 patrol, isn't it? Milo, are you going to patrol?
Okay, this guy will stand up, and I'm still allowed to move this guy, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess he'll jump out here and get caught by another trap. Oh, a treasure chest of some
It
kind.
allows you 2 resources of your choice.
Oh,
Sweet
lovely.
revenge.
Okay.
We had a disaster card. So happy I didn't go over there.
2. There we go.
Alright, now I can patrol as well. As it just so happens, my adventuring Death Knights can patrol anytime they do an order. But I am going to patrol as it is, and I think I'm going to send this guy into the forest.
Doom.
And I found another friggin' key. So I found the key of the kingdom. So this is the key. I'll read it to you guys. This is one of the keys of the Ogmore Kingdom. Gain 2 victory points at the end of the game if I have all 7 of my meeples in play and possess this key. Alright, that's interesting. So now it goes back to Mick. Oh no, you've done it. Have you done action? No, you haven't done patrol.
Chose that. Oh, I haven't done the patrol. Yeah. Decisions. We're going to build all the food.
Oh yeah, that's all. Obviously, I never mentioned that. If you can, when you do the Tony chose patrol, we can either patrol or gather resources.
Crying out loud.
A disaster. Where did you move to? The plains.
Yeah. That.
Right. I just moved my guy out of the plains.
All of my resources.
It's been a bad year, boys. Bad year. You got 2 guys in plains, so you have to lose 2 resources.
Oh.
Same as that. I had no resources now at all. Think I might be gathering next time.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Friggin' hell.
Alright, so then it goes back to Tony. He was the first player, so now Molo has to choose the next action.
I don't want to do any of it.
There you go, you have that silver mine there.
As the person who's choosing the action, for example, Molo wants to gather resources, I imagine, but he can't. He has to choose an action. So, what are you going to choose, Molo?
I'm going to choose... trade. There we go.
So trade allows you to trade 1 resource for another.
Yeah. So I've traded 2 food and gained 2 magic.
Okay. I'm not going to trade, I don't think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather some resources. So I've got 2 guys in forests and 1 in a stone. So I gather 1 stone and 2 forests, or 2 magic mana, or whatever you want to call it. Mick, you're gathering resources?
2 food and 1 green magic.
Tony?
And I'll be gathering 1 silver, 1 food, and 1 magic.
Okay. That was Molo's action.
Okay.
So now it's my action, and I am going to choose Quest. Yeah, I'm going to choose Quest. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to send this guy because he's on the outskirts of my border. Patrol is in the inside of your borders. Quest is outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quest with him, and I'm going to go to Molo's board,
never.
and I'm going to go there. What is this?
Trap.
That's a blank.
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Dude and bugger.
All right, what are you going to do, Mick?
Resources.
Tony?
Resources.
And Molo, you...
Marshal resources, and this guy can collect 2 from the area he's in, so I'll have 3 food.
Is that one of your abilities?
Yeah, that's one of the
The Baron.
abilities.
Right, so that was the order I chose. So Mick, what order are you choosing?
Oh,
Alright. Man, I should have attacked you there rather than going for the greedy option.
I'm sure he'll still have an opportunity. Don't worry.
choice.
So Mick is choosing expand. Expand is how you get more people on the board.
4.
So you count up how many meeples you have on the board, and it's +1. So you had 3 guys already, so it goes to 4. Tony?
I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to use 3 food and 1 silver.
Yep, your wild resource. And you can put another dude on the board. They have to go in the spot that there's someone already is in. What do you, old man?
I am going to get myself a fella, and I'm going to put him here so that he blocks your guy off.
Yeah, basically 2 meeple is the limit that can go into an area. So, for example, if I wanted to attack him, he would have to leave one of those guys out of it. For me, oh man, I'm going to gather resources again because I've only got 2 food and I've got 3 guys on the board, so it's going to cost me 4, which is no good. So I'm going to get another 2 more forests and 1 more brick.
So far, as you can see, Jason's making full use of these key tokens.
Yes.
That's going to come back and bite me on the arse by the end of the game when he's actually successful in both. But there you go.
All right. So who chose that, or you chose that, Mick?
Yeah.
So Tony, you get to do the last action, and you can't choose the same action as before.
Research.
Research.
I
Bugger.
will spend 2 magic to go up to my level 2.
And what does it do?
Quite nicely, because it was last action placed, when the action card is cleared, I gain a food.
Oh, that's really handy. How about you, man? You gonna do research?
No, I will gather resources as I can't do any more research. So that'll be another.
Alright, I am gonna research. I'm gonna spend 3 to move up to there. So 1, 2, 3, and it moves up there. And if I win a war and your opponent does not retreat, place their removed meeple on this card, when it will remain for the rest of the game. Holy moly, that's quite annoying. So Mick, you gonna research?
Resources. I can't afford it. Right, so resources. So that's another magic and 2 food.
Okay.
We should swap keys. You're ahead of me in research, and I'm ahead of you in the
everything else. Yeah, I think so too. Basically, that means all the actions are done. Tony's the first player. So what happens now is, when I make moves his arm, is these clear off. The first player marker moves on to Molo.
And then clearing off activates one
You
of my
get
special
food,
powers.
yeah.
Food.
And that is a full rotation. So now we'll keep going around like that until we've completed one of the end goals, which is retire 3 euros, get your meeples on the board, reach the end of the science, or build the last engine up there. We haven't actually built a lot of towers. I've not built any towers. Mick's got a couple over there. Tony's got a couple.
I've got 1.
You've got 1 there, but none of them have got any on other lands. So that's where you score the points from the towers. And obviously both those guys are on level 2, where Molo's level 1. I've not even got off the bottom yet. So there we go, that's how it looks after our gameplay turn. We'll be back at the end of the game. Alright, so we've finished the game. We've tallied up the scores. So in last place, as our phone normally predicts, is Molo with 13 victory points. Yeah,
13.
We'll come back to you in a minute why you got so low. Mine's not much better though. I only got 14 victory points. Second place,
Second
Tony.
place, winning loser.
Yeah. How many points did you have? 17.
17.
And the winner
23.
with his assassin combo.
Yep.
Was
Assassin
20.
Dark Elves.
Right, so we'll talk about what Mick did. He actually both messed me and Molo completely up. He has an ability somewhere on one of these
It's
cards
a vicious combo.
on his assassin. He could just go there, spend some resources, and immediately win the war. he went over here to my plains field.
Combined with a research from the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
Where I could attack any area which had 2 meeples, which normally you're not allowed to do.
Yeah. So I had 2 meeples in one area, including my shaman. Or actually, it wasn't a shaman. Yeah, it was a shaman.
Yeah.
My shaman and one of my normal meeples. He went over there, paid 4 food, and killed them both, which left me with 1 meeple on the capital city down there with the tower. And you can't gain resources from a capital city, and I had no food. So I was like, wow, that's me completely boned. We were just saying, out of the last 10 actions we had, I did 1.
Oh, well, we kept your bones by giving you the plague to reduce by 1 any resources you got.
To kick me down, yeah. Eventually I got another resource, moved over there to where the food is, and then they gave me the rot. So I was like, wow, I can't get any food because there's no resources. Look at them 2 laughing. Oh, it's funny. 10 actions, 1 action. And then 1 action was move.
And then I did the same thing. Molo was over here.
Yeah, I was
trying to gear up.
Poised to move out with using my combo, and they just got wiped off the board. It was all gone. Everything was gone. I've worked the entire game for that.
Well, work the entire game, can we just point out, for 10 1 action for 10, and you still lost by 1 point.
Well done, Molo.
But he also lost the castle, which would have tied him with you.
Yeah.
No, I would have had 2 guys there as well. I would have beat Jason. Had you not killed me.
Oh, actually, you'd have only been 1 behind him.
Thanks, mate.
And I would have probably got my winning streak
anytime.
as well, my extra points.
While you're rubbing my hair after rogering me. So what did
the worst thing is that I was actually laughing because I could see what I was about to be able to do, and then just before I did it, Jason gave me the rot. So I thought, yeah, that's the final. The wrong person that would get the rot onto.
That was the expand as well, and that was the one thing I needed was the expand. If you'd have done that, been plain sailing. But no,
for 3rd place.
I could probably. I don't think I could have won actually. Some of those scores were astronomical.
And I'm surprised people wanted to come to my land that had 2 disasters, a trap, and the rot.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that was
a bad start to start with.
Disasters didn't screw you though; they screwed fucking me.
I lost all my resources as well at that same time.
Ironically, I had both the keys as well, which did nothing for me. I had the least amount of people and the least amount of buildings.
No, I did get 25 because I had 2 for getting research.
Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so let's talk about what did you think of this game, and more specifically, what the expansion adds to the game. Because you've played the Epic Kingdoms without it before, yeah?
I've never been a massive fan of it, but I never hated playing it. Obviously, I'm going to love winning. I feel this combo was a little bit overpowered. I have to say, I could have just gone around and just did that to each player, and no one could have really. Well,
you could do it twice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. I can only do it twice, but even so.
But
having said that, that gave me no end of enjoyment. Having said that, each race is extremely different as we had from before. The expansion, I like these new people. They all give you something completely different. I think it was just not unfair, but unfortunate for everyone else. I got Assassin with at the same time as that combo. I don't think the Assassin would have been as deadly with someone else because you wouldn't have been able to attack 2 meeples in one territory. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I feel I played better with the expansion. I don't know if it's just because I played this a few more times, but I like the towers, the new towers. They made you feel better about stuff. I don't know what else.
Another way of scoring points at the towers as well.
Yeah, that's it.
So how much would you rate the expansion out of 10? Or how the whole
probably would have
experience
put this game nearer around a 6 out of 10 for me. This has definitely jumped it up to a 7, 7.5. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Tom?
I've only played it with the expansion. I've not played the base game.
Oh really?
Last time we played it, we played with the expansion, so I can't compare it to the base game. I don't know what to say. I'd probably mark it about 6.5. It's not a game that I would say, oh, let's play. But if other people want to play it, I'll quite willingly play it. That's really what I can say for it. It's enjoyable to play. It gives some fun situations, which is always good in a game.
Yeah,
having those laugh situations.
Yes, I definitely laughed.
Well, you two were probably giggling, and me and Mono touching our toes. How about you, Milo, while they wet themselves?
I am a particular fan of Tiny Epic Kingdom. I do like it, and I think the expansions add a lot. The castles and the sort of random traps, I think, are probably the best part of the expansion. The characters are perhaps a little more hit and miss, and probably don't add to the game so much as just make it funnier.
Yeah.
They can be really explosive, the characters at some point. Which
because I
is
think
quite
your
nice.
knight could have been quite devastating as well, couldn't he?
Yeah, the knight was quite aggressive. I mean, the first one I had was an adventurer, which was interesting as well. I think they do add interesting dynamics to the game, but also create certain situations that could unbalance the game, if you like.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't think any of
the
them are
queen
broken.
here loses a war. The opponent responsible must lose all their food.
Mm.
It's not good at the beginning of the game.
I don't think any of the cards are unbalanced, like unbroken or anything. I just think it makes, where before if you
just
get...
had good timing to have the right combo at the right time.
But with the amount of
Can't really be helped.
races
I mean,
you get, yeah.
This relies on sort of the massive variety, sort of a simplified game with massive variety is the whole selling point of it.
Yeah.
So you can't really avoid a few nasty combos being in there, really.
Yeah, I mean, I actually did wait as well. I mean, you were racing ahead trying to get rid of your characters and that. It took me forever to actually move up there. I could have gone there any time. I could have raced up to get the four corner, knowing I would win my first war.
But Tony didn't even do any of his. He had a pirate from the beginning.
I bought out. I didn't travel across the sea.
Fight
One of those land-based pirates, ones that live in mountains.
So you were saying, Milo, how much would you
Full of
rate
silver.
I'd 7.5. It's a favourite game of mine. I don't think the expansions really add too much more for me, but at the same time they make it sort of funnier and sillier. And so
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for me as well. I like Tiny Epic Kingdoms. I like all the tiny games. I think the adding the new races, as Molo said, adds a lot of variety to the game. I like these little I don't know what they're called. I can't remember the right name, but they add little names to the characters, which I think are quite cool, and they add a little bit of a craziness to the game as well, because you get some really crazy situations, and it also forces people into situations that they wouldn't normally do. Like if you're going to turtle and you've got a character that allows you to do a lot of aggression, that might change up what you would normally do in a game. So I like that. I definitely think the tower thing is probably the best thing this expansion added. Adding these little towers, forcing you to go.
I was really encouraged to go onto that. I mean, I've done a little bit when I've played, but I really felt strong about trying to push onto that.
It does boost the area control nature of the game, which is what it's always tried to be.
And forces more interaction with the other. I mean, I didn't have anyone of my own, thanks to you. But it does make the situation where you push out a little bit more rather than just sit back and cover your own
I've got
territory.
two on my own territory now.
Yeah, I think you're more at one point of mine. Except for Tony, of course. He never left his own little pig pen right in the corner.
He did.
Yeah, we had a cultural exchange.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, I'd give it a 7.5 as well. I like it. I think it's a good improvement. Adds more variety. The components are very good. So yeah, very good. Very happy. Show the box again.
Oh, let's get the inside out. We don't normally say that. The dice rolling box.
And of course, the best thing about this expansion, it comes with Minotaurs. Woohoo! Love Minotaurs.
Have you actually used them yet?
Yeah, I used them the first time. I had Samurai Minotaurs. So there's our overview of Tiny Epic Kingdoms Heroes Call. We had to get this one out because Tiny Epic Western will be arriving soon. Looking forward to that, Milo?
Oh yeah, it should be good.
You guys want to try Tiny Epic Western?
Yeah.
Well, I have to now.
Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Say bye.
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 Goodbye.